Ave Maria, this is Fra Gabriel from the Franciscan Friars of the Immaculate here in Griswold, Connecticut, and today we'll be showing you our preferred method for stringing up miraculous medals. Now, our old method for stringing up miraculous medals consisted in burning the ends of a string together, and it produced this little black mark on the string. And this method had its drawbacks. So one is you end up with black mark on the string. Also, it's actually not a very strong connection. And also the link that usually comes with miraculous medals is not very strong as well. And so with a little bit of force, you can rip it off. So we developed this new method for stringing up miraculous medals, and it gets rid of the two big problems. One is that there's not a black mark on the string, and two, it's a very solid necklace that you end up with. So to be able to string up miraculous medals in this way, what you will need is a 31-inch piece of string. You will need a rosary making tool. Now you can get this from Our Lady's Rosary Makers, or you can also make it yourself by getting an old umbrella. And if you open it up a little bit, you can see that there is metal in the umbrella that has this little groove in it, and that's pretty much all you'll need. So in fact, this tool was made from the inside of an umbrella. Now you'll also need a file. Now you can get this at your local hardware store, or you can also make one. We made these out of just bench grinding, using a bench grinder to file down the end of this nail. You will need a candle, and you will need scissors. Okay, so step one, we take this length of string, 31 inches, and we hold it up to the flame, and then you just want to singe the ends. So I didn't hold it up very long, so it doesn't get very hot, and one good detail about this is that you want to twist it between your fingers almost immediately after you put it into the flame, and that'll prevent the end from bulging and getting too large to pass through the whole of the metal. So from this point, what we want to do is make our patented rosary knot. So any rosary makers out there, you would have made this knot very many times. So we want to hold the rosary making tool and the string in our left hand, if that's comfortable for you. And with our right hand, what we do is we take the string and we move it across the front of the tool, around the back, and then we end up making an X with the string that forms in the front of the tool, and then we wrap it around one more time in the same direction, and from here we take this end that we were working with and we put it into the groove through the knot, weaving it from the back to the front, like so. And from this point we just slide it off. Now we don't want to tighten it just yet. At this point, what we do is we take our miraculous medal, and so usually the links that come with it, they easily come off because they're quite weak. And then we want to take our little file, and you just stick it in and twist it a few times just to widen the hole a little bit to make it a little bit easier. But you can gauge whether you need to do that or not. At this point, we want to take this short end, the knot end of the string, and we want to weave it from the back to the front of the medal, like so. From here, we take the short end of the string, we turn it back, and we want to put it through the knot that we just made, like so. And you can cinch it up a little bit. So if we're looking at it, we want this string to be closest to us. Now this long end of the string that's already connected to the knot, what we will do is we take it and we also want to put it through the rosary knot, going towards the metal. Now we want to align it and make sure that it's beside the other end of the string that ends up being placed around the person's neck. So from here, we want to make sure that it's straight, the string isn't twisted. And so I'll just do a little example. I'll twist it myself. And so this isn't going to work. It'll make the metal not hang down properly on the person. So in order to fix a twist in the string, all we need to do is take this end between your fingers, the end that you just put through the knot, and you just want to twist it until the string straightens out. So now the string is nice and straight, and from here, all we need to do is tighten it. At this point, we take our scissors and we want to cut close to the string, or close to the knot, but we do want to leave a little bit of string. So you can get an idea of how much string I left by looking at that. And then from here, we want to fray it a little bit, and then we hold it up to the flame briefly, and then we pat it down. And then once again, we fray it, hold it up to the flame, and then pat it down. Okay, and then here you can see we don't end up with any black marks, but it just sort of melts and forms almost like a cap, so that the string can't be pulled through the knot that we had made. And so here we have our miraculous medal all strung up. At this point, as Franciscans of the Immaculate, we like to create little miraculous medal packages. So at this point, what I would do is I would fold the string in half, make a slip knot, or you can make just a loose regular knot. We take our little pamphlet that describes and explains the miraculous medal, put it in your Ziploc bag with the medal along with it. And there you have it, a strung up miraculous medal. Now I just wanted to go into a little bit of detail to maybe help our viewers. So we've got a little bit of a teaching aid. If you can imagine that this is our large rosary making tool, and this would be our string, you might be able to get a better idea of the knot that we had made. So, holding the string and the tool in our left hand, what we want to do is move the string across the front of the tool. We make an X that forms in the front of the tool, and then we wrap the string around one more time in the same direction. Now, we want to move this end that we've been working with, and we put it into the groove and through the knot, like so. And then we slide it off the tool. Now you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit. We're going to pretend that these scissors are our miraculous medal. So what we're going to do is we weave the knot end of the string through the hole in our miraculous medal, and then we want to turn the string and weave it back through this knot, like so. Now we want to take the long end of the string, and we also want to weave it through the knot. And so here you can get a good picture. The long end that's already connected to the knot, it wants to be farthest away from you, like there. The short end that you just weave through is going to be closest to you, and then this end of the string, this long end of the string, we're going to put it right through the middle, and it's going to come out on the end furthest from you. So, string that's already connected, farthest from you, short end of the string closest to you, and then this last end that you just weave through is going to be right in the middle. And then from here, you can proceed to tighten it. It's a little bit cumbersome. And there you have it. And then from there, you would make your cut, and then you would singe it. I also wanted to point out a fast method in cutting your lengths of string. So it's not necessary to, measure out 31 inches of string every single time. What you can do is, if you order the spool of string, you can hook it up to a crate and have it resting on a crate. Now, if you can find a box that has a perimeter of 31 inches, all you have to do is take your string and wrap it around the box, like so. Now, usually wrapping it around 50 times works best. And then what we're going to do is, all you have to do, our scissors are still connected to her. You just cut them all at once, and then here you have multiple lengths of string of the same length. And so this is our method for stringing up miraculous medals. Ave Maria.